Hello and welcome to Prestige Worldwide. This is my first motorcycle vlog. Here's my 2002 VTX1800. It is a 1800cc V-twin made by Honda, of course. 1800 cc's. This is my pride and joy. It's really fast. It's got some aftermarket stuff. Vance & Hines pipes there. It's got a aftermarket intake. It also has a Dynajet power commander. So I'm going to go ahead and take you guys for a ride up into the mountains. And here we go. The bike's a little loud, so I don't know how the audio is going to work out. Summer day, early August. It's a real windy road over a mountain. See if I can get past this guy. Some rain earlier in the day. Road's drying up here. Might have a little bit of wetness in the shadows. I'd be a little careful. Of course, I'm always careful. You guys watch my channel. Prestige Worldwide is our motto is safety first. Unless you put something else first, like fun or entertainment, or yeah, just whatever you feel like. So far I feel like I'm pretty blessed. Sometimes I do, go fast on a motorcycle. Can't really go too fast on this road. This VTX1800 weighs about 750 pounds, and getting it up on these windy roads in the mountains takes a little bit of doing, although I'm used to it. I'm used to this motorcycle. Before this I had a Suzuki Marauder 1600. So this one is an 1800. It's actually got a lot more horsepower than the Suzuki had. And part of that reason is because this is modified. When the VTX1800 was first introduced in 2002, it was the fastest production V-twin motorcycle, period. Faster than any Harley. Well, faster than any stock production Harley. Stock horsepower is about 106 on this. I've got the exhaust, the intake, and the Dynajet power commander. So my horsepower is probably in the neighborhood of 130, maybe 140. This thing will get away from you. It kind of teaches me to be a little more careful on the throttle. I really feather out the throttle throttle. And then also slipping the clutch, shifting. There's a lot of power going on, and just got to be kind of smooth with your shifting. So I've been riding motorcycles for about 20 years. It might kind of hint on what approximate age I am, but that's okay. I am not a spring chicken. Sometimes I act like I'm about 19 years old, but you know, I'm young at heart, and I think that's all that matters. This road's also pretty cool in the winter because all the leaves are off the trees and you can see a lot further. Right now I can really just see the road and the tree line and some rocks. But there's a real nice view over there, I guarantee you. Let's see if I can get you, well, anyways. I'll see if I can get you a shot to a view of the left before we get to the ridgeline up here. Now this is the sharpest turn, and I like how they tell you 10 miles an hour. This is the first gear turn. All the other ones were second gear turns. On the ridge line, can't really tell because all the leaves and stuff on the foliage. All right, here we got a little bit of a view. A little bit of a view over here, not too bad. The most common motorcycle accident reason or cause, most common cause for a motorcycle accident is loss of traction. So all this wetness and stuff, you gotta be careful. Your back tire could just slip right out and then it'll send you packing. You don't want to go down this steep hill over here. It would not be a good day to end up down there. It would not be good at all. So going straight, if you lose traction going straight, you might slip out, do a little shimmy. Not a big deal. If you lose traction around the corner, that's a big deal. I've also rode a lot of dirt bikes, and you know, I have some experience with rough trails and stuff like that, and I have a lot of road experience. So I feel fairly comfortable. But you gotta have a fine line of feeling comfortable and then being just passive about it. Because if you're too passive about taking this thing seriously, then you might forget what you're doing for a second and have an accident. So I try to have a situational awareness. One thing with the motorcycle that really helps is it'll help me get away from myself, essentially, and I can just think. Of course, I'm thinking about the road, thinking about, you know, not wrecking, but I'm so focused on not dying out here and maybe looking over at the scenery and stuff like that then I don't really remember all the stuff that was bothering me earlier in the day, real world stuff. It really doesn't matter when I'm out here on the bike. Could care less. Of course, whatever issues that were bugging me earlier might come back later in the day, the next day, whatever. But at least for the amount of time that I'm here on the road, on a motorcycle, in the mountains, I feel perfect. I feel free. I feel great. You notice I'm going a little slower downhill, and that's partly because this road is a little treacherous. A lot of accidents have happened on this road. A lot of my motorcycle buddies don't want to ride on this road. They're like, oh, there's gravel. There's a little gravel patch around one of the corners. It's like, okay, well, you know, we have eyes. We can see the gravel. You slow down. You see the gravel, you slow down. Or maybe you just go slow around the corners anyways. Just go kind of slow, you know? No one really makes people wreck on motorcycles except the rider. Or, well, I guess if a deer jumps out in front of you, you know, it might be the deer's fault. But other than like wildlife, it's really the motorcycle rider's responsibility. You know, we gotta act like everyone is out to get us. Like that guy, I gotta expect him to cross over this yellow line. So I get towards the middle you do lane management. So I get in the middle of the lane. I don't like getting too close to the side. You know, kind of my default is hugging the center line most of the time on a motorcycle. I don't want to hug the shoulder because you catch a pothole or something, it'll suck you right into the ditch. Down this hill. They got all these asphalt patches all over here. They did a terrible job. Just terrible. It's all bumpy and stuff. Alright, this is one of the corners that kind of sneaks up on you. A little tight. Couple times, especially going back the other way, that corner snuck up on me. Had a couple close calls. That's a cool house, by the way. There's a little creek down there. Beams off, but hit the horn there. Real scenic country through here. Real scenic. Motorcycle vlogging thing's kind of fun. I normally don't talk to myself when I'm riding, but I feel perfectly normal when I have a GoPro mounted to my chin, just talking up a storm, just telling my whole life story to a bunch of strangers. This is fun. I see why people do this. Well, the vlogging thing. I'm fairly new to YouTube. YouTube. Had the tool review channel for about 2 months now. It's going pretty good. It's certainly a challenge, you know, coming up with new ideas. I'm not a professional mechanic. I was a professional carpenter, and I have like a knack for being a hobbyist mechanic, you know, but so, you know, I know a lot about tools, but sometimes I might not know every nuance, and sometimes I might not know something important about a tool, and you know, so it causes me to do a little bit more due diligence, a little bit more research, a little bit more thought goes into those tool reviews, trying to give you guys accurate information, trying to hang with some of these guys that have been doing it for years. They're really good at it. There's a lot of talented people on YouTube doing tool reviews. There's a lot of talented people on YouTube, period. You know, after doing this YouTube stuff for a couple of months, I realized how much work goes into this stuff. You know, you got to know how to use the equipment, the filming, the production. You got to know how to edit. You've got to, you know, for me, I have a day job. I have a full-time day job. You know, I'm in the construction management field, and you know, that's a 40 hour a week job. them brakes. Alright, well that concludes the mountainous portions of the ride today. Thanks for watching Prestige Worldwide.